Welcome one and all to Ohav Shalom, Messianic congregation. And all right, so why is there the need for yet another congregation in town? Did you know that in the Bible, in the New Testament, in the New Covenant, did you know that in each municipality there was only one congregation? So, but now I know we have more than one congregation in Palm Springs, but according to the Bible, there's one set up for each municipality. So we could look at it and say, well, there's more than one in Palm Springs. Is this in violation of the Scriptures? Well, let's look at it this way. There's one congregation in Palm Springs with many outlets. That solves that, right? All right, so we're one of the outlets of the body in this municipality. And so why the need for the proliferation? Well, you know, you can understand it in a way because the Scriptures have a prescription to bring the good news of Messiah to the world at large and to all peoples. And all peoples includes the Jewish people. Okay? Now that's tended to be overlooked until recent decades. Until recent decades, it was let's go to India, let's go to China, let's go to South America, let's go to Africa, let's raise money in order to reach the lost. Well, what about Israel? Well, they're double lost. I mean, they are beyond hope. And besides which, they killed Christ, so we're done with them. God's through with them, and we're done with them. And since God's done with them, we can be done with them. Let's get busy at Africa, India, China, and Africa. But nevertheless, the Scriptures are to be brought to all people. And all people includes the Jewish people. Yes. So, well, yeah, it says to the Jew and also to the Greek in that order. So now, there is. So let's see. If we're supposed to bring it to the Jewish people, all right, you would think that you would have you'd have an outlet designated for that purpose, that would be tuned for that purpose, organized for that purpose. It would seem as though if you want to reach the Jewish people, that there ought to be some congregation that really is set their sights on reaching the Jewish people. Huh? You'd think that there would be one, and we got one, and it's here. And God is busy setting them up in municipalities everywhere because God intends for the good news of Messiah to reach the Jewish people. And Jewish people are waking up. Blindness in part has happened in Israel, Romans 11:25 says, until the time of the Gentiles is fulfilled. Does that happen overnight? On one day it's the time of the Gentiles, and one day it's the time. No, we're talking about God does things slowly. All right, and so we have the focus. We have the focus of what's going on in the world is shifting back to Israel. So we actually have an exciting role to play because Israel is not just another ethnicity. You have Eskimos, and you have all kinds of various ethnicities. But there's something interesting about the Jewish people as compared with other ethnicities because they're the central people of the Scriptures, and the Jewish people are a biblical timepiece. So we can trace what's going on in God's long drama according to what's going on with the Jewish people. So we actually have something that's distinguishing about what we've been called to. So how will it happen? Well, some people get committed to it, and some people don't get committed to it. And for some people, it's a momentary frivolity, or hey, let's stop in and see what's going on there. But there are other people who say, wait a minute. In the times in which I am living, in my generation, All right, I want to be part of as central role as I can play in God's unfolding drama. I want to be in the middle of the middle. And imperfect as it is, as small as it is, in my sector of the vineyard, here in Palm Springs and Coachella Valley, I want to be at our outpost. I want to be in the middle of the middle. I want to be part of that timepiece. And for my little thing that I'm doing with my little life, I am going to commit to that. Because to me, it's a very profitable thing to do. Hallelujah. So that's why some of us take this all very seriously and say, hey, listen, there's something going on. It's something big going on pertaining to Israel. Israel's the Jewish people. The Jewish people are Israel. We always have been a people. We're just a people in dispersion. That's changing. Okay? So with that, we want to call